Hey everybody, it's Maria with Pampered Chef, and I want to say happy Cinco de Mayo. So I'm going to show you how to make delicious carnitas in the Pampered Chef quick cooker. You can do this in an oven, of course. I actually have about 8 pounds of pork shoulder right now in the oven because I do food prep. But in the meantime, I have pork tenderloin, which I bought for about $5, so it was really good. So I want to show you how to do this in the quick cooker. So let's see. Well, you can see it here. Okay, so I have pork tenderloin. The first thing you need to do, it's about 2 pounds. I cut them in half. They come in one package, 2 individual ones, about 1 pound each. And I covered them with olive oil, oregano, and cumin. And you can do whatever you want on there. For the pork shoulder that I have in the oven, I actually do just salt and pepper, but I always add a secret ingredient just to make it a little more flavorful. And we're gonna add orange juice today. But I like to keep the pork shoulder because it's bigger. I'm going to separate it. Once I shred it, I'm actually going to use it in different recipes. So I might use it for pork fried rice, again, carnitas, tacos, enchiladas, you name it. So you can use it for different things, but I don't want to put too much of Spanish flavor on that necessarily, because I also sometimes put it in tomato sauce. So that way I just have the basics, but this has the cumin on it. It's really delicious. And I already have a base of onions in here, but I'm going to put some more on top. So anyway, this is the quick cooker, and I just want to show you the pot comes out, and take a second. It does have handles, and the body stays cool, so that's nice. And I'll show you the lid in a second. It has 16 pre-programmed settings. You have a custom setting, a keep warm setting, sear, steam, slow cook, proof. You can do all your rices. You can do whole grains. And one of the things I love is doing dry beans. So I actually make my own refried beans now, which they're amazing. Once you have those, you'll never buy the can again. But I can do that in like 15 minutes, so it's really great. Chicken, poultry, beef, pork, fish, seafood, soup, stock, beans, as I said, stew and chili, and dessert. You can make cheesecake in here, so it's really good. And pudding, all kinds of stuff. Okay, so let me put this meat in. Putting that on top of the onions. And what's nice about this is going to get done so quickly, so we'll actually be able to have this for our Cinco de Mayo lunch, which I love. So now you can press garlic. Today I have some onions, and I'm going to put our garlic, our whole pieces of garlic, into our manual food processor, which just this little guy right here. I have some onions, and put these, four pieces of garlic. So this is the lid, and you just pop that. So you know how to use that. Hopefully you can see this. Let's see. Okay. So you chop it as fine as you want it. So I'm not looking for it. Too fine, but since I already have onions in there, I'll show you how this works. So hopefully you can see that. It's pretty fine in there. And the blades come out. And what's nice is they rotate, they lift the food, they rotate. So we're gonna put this in here, just right on top. And you need about, because this is a quick cooker, it's a pressure cooker. So you need liquid for it to be able to cook, to come to steam. And okay, Okay, so I have some orange juice in there, and I'm going to add just a little bit more on top. Because this had meat on it, so we want to put that out of the way in the sink. Move this over. So I just have a little orange, and that's my secret. Adding citrus, you could add lime, but I like the orange juice. Gives it a nice flavor, so I'm just going to throw that in with the citrus press here. Hopefully you can see that. Get a lot of juice. I put it in cut side down. You get a lot of fresh juice, and that adds such a beautiful flavor. See, and then all you have is this, which is great. Let's do this again. Again, cut side down. Now, this is a small amount. Well, for me, it's a small amount of food. But if this is a lot and you're making this and it's just you or you and one other person, you know, this is definitely freezer safe when it's done. And once you shred this meat, you can just save it for leftovers, and it freezes so well that if you didn't want to have it for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a couple of months, you could do that and then just pull it out when you're feeling like carnitas, and you'll be all set. So that is basically it, and I'm gonna put the top on. It's really important, my friend told me, to make sure the little cloud, I don't know if you can see the little cloud, but there's a little cloud here, that it's facing this little, okay, it's not a cloud, it's probably a Pampered Chef hat. Sorry, looked like a cloud. I can't see. Anyway, that these face each other so that this properly comes to pressure. When it comes to pressure, this red button will be up. You always want to make sure you have one of your silicone rings in here to make a good seal. See this little happy sound. And we're going to turn this to pork. So it should takes about 10 minutes to come to pressure, so maybe 45 minutes. So we'll see how long that takes, and we'll come back with the results of this shortly. Now, the one thing I have left to do, I don't have any red onions, so I'm using these yellow onions, and I'm just going to slice them really quick, because one of the things that I like to do when I have carnitas, or I'm serving carnitas, is to have pickled onions, which may sound gross to some of you, and you know who you are. But they're really, really good. And they add a little crunch and tang to your taco. So I'm just gonna slice this. And then we add apple cider vinegar, a little sugar. You can even add a little bit of red pepper. And I let them sit for a couple of hours before we eat them. But by the time this is done, these will be ready. So I'll have to show you the end result of those too. So I'll be back. And there you have it. It's finally done. Didn't take long at all. Let it natural release for about 10 minutes. And I checked the temperature. It's perfect. So as you can see, there's a lot of juice in here. It's really delicious. And I'm going to shred this in a minute. And I'll come back to you so you see how that goes. So I hope you can see how absolutely tender and juicy this is. Very easy to shred. These are our quick shredders. It's going to be an amazing lunch for Cinco de Mayo. One of my dogs is very excited. Are you excited? Yeah? but this shreds beautifully. And like I said, you can save some if you have any left over. There's plenty still in my quick cooker. You can serve this with rice, on a taco. It's just so delicious. And there's plenty of juice. Now, if you like it a little crispy, you can take this and put it in a skillet with a little bit splash of the juice after you heat it up, and then just brown it on one side. Get a little crunch going on that. But this took about 40 minutes total to get done. So I hope that you like it, and happy Cinco de Mayo.